Hello. Yo, Johnny, how are you doing? Been busy. My girlfriend car was barely destroyed. Yeah, women, the women then doesn't fix the car, don't replace things. I spent 3 days looking for parts and to the mechanic shop and yeah, so yeah. Yeah, she was happy because before she sent her car to some cheap guys to fix, and then end up make things worse. Y- Yeah, and things here are very, very expensive. It was around 15% the car price to fix. Can you believe it? Yeah, yeah, things so then expensive. It's unbelievable. And she didn't had the money to fix the whole car. So she was concerned. She was, don't replace this, don't replace that. And then I said it to the owner, we have to fix this thing, so let's change everything we can. Yeah, but she was very happy. The car now is everything's working properly, things replaced, and yeah, she's good to go because she used the car to work, so things must be done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can imagine. And this is interesting because I was trading Kava, and before Kava was XRP. So I made a decent profits on Kava, but it was close to something that I was expecting. But on XDC, I made a lot of money that I don't remember the last time I did something like this. It was probably like on the beginning of 2020, maybe 2019. So yeah, the thing is, it's I don't know if it's the amount of coins that I bought or if it's so for example, 5% on XDC and 5% on XRP, they happen in a different way. Things take longer to play out on XRP, so it's boring. But XDC is way, way wild. Yeah. Yeah. Eh, it, it, it feels like to 2017. Mm. Oh, I see. Yeah. I, I yeah, I remember when XDC was down, down, down below, and I was talking with my friend here. I forgot. Under toes. And we were talking about XDC and XDC, and I had one Bitcoin to buy, whatever promise it could be. And then I was like, should I buy one Bitcoin worth XDC? And then I was thinking about this for a whole week, and then I gave up. And imagine today I would have, I don't even know, but it would be insane. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, Bitcoin was worth around $7,000, $80,000. I don't remember, but was. Mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, because the ROI on XDC is way better than it is on Ethereum and Bitcoin. So it was the right move to make it. It was perfect. Yeah. So, oh, excuse me. So let's start. And I was using Qcoin because it's not so wild like it is on Bitfinex. You know, Bitfinex is all the way scammy, so it's hard to trust because we have Bitfinex, KuCoin, and Bitrue. And the behavior on all the three, they are similar, but they are not the same. So it's kind of uh, more delicate, you know. We need a more easy approach. And so the last time we talked about this, if I'm not wrong, I said, okay, I'm not so sure here, but let's wait a little bit. And then so let's move. Oh, before we move forward, just a second. C? No, it's B. Okay, so here it is. Second. So we talked about possible targets. Let's make this thing bigger. Let's jump into the weekly. Oh, way better. Oh, and by the way, it turned into a not perfect but clear at half because if I'm not wrong, just a sec, let me see if I properly remember the numbers. 16, 16, 16. So we have 1 and 1, 2 and 2. So we were around here when I started talking about this, and then so it was uh, ahead of the 50%, which is 32, 64, And so this is the L2 set, but we didn't had high tree and L3. So probably one of the reasons it's because there is we had a news, something about to be launched on the XDC, and after this move right here, this pivot, which we only had a confirmation last week. So it was kind of a clue that we were not going down around here, which was a possible scenario, if I'm not wrong, 0.005. So let me see, 64%. And a thing that I'm watching happening a lot lately is that things are breaking ahead of like, how can I say, without a full setup. So for example, instead of having 1 and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, we are having a break above the L2, right after L2, then break above a high 2 and then keep going. So this is a thing that I'm observing closely because this can be a rush against time. So that thing about September, we are close to September, and usually, if we look on the previous years, 2020, 19, 18, 17, it always happens around the second week of September. So maybe the market is trying to buy time, make things happen fast. So maybe this is the reason. It's kind of thing that we can call out and say, oh, this is that. But yeah, we know September is not friendly at all. But so targets, possible targets. So 21 we know is a key guy, but is very close. So probably we are going to see or not some traction here. I'm not sure. But 48, the ones I'm having in mind, it's 48 and 28. But 34, so 34 appears to be the honey spot. But if we if we do this, if we zoom out, even both seems too close, right? So 21, 2080, so 2080 is close. Then 34 is so it's a nice place to take profits because so I jumped in 0096. Where are you? 96? I don't remember where it was. Yeah, around the 96 if I'm not wrong. So to 34, it's almost 400%. So that's kind of math that we have to think about others. So for example, where other people will also be looking to take profits. Because the first wave can be 21, can be. So that's kind of thing that we also have to think about before pushing the button, you know? So, and then if we look, so let's forget 21 and 34. So what are the odds for 55? Because 55 would be insane profits. So we can use the projection method here, but let's take a look just for the sake of this example. You see, it's not accurate, and we can even because anything I try to any move I try to make here will be biased. So that's why I don't trust that too, you know. The power of suggestion can tell me, oh, okay, so 55 is enough, but no. So we have to find another way. So 55, let me see. So here we have 3,300% with a natural decrease in activity. Maybe 2,500, maybe. Oh, that's way above. Doesn't help at all, because if we use the same number, that's 1 and 43 cents, so that's savage. So the question for this guy is this possible? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Where is it? Take a look. No. Let's leave it here. So, because we also have to think about, so for example, what if I close at 55 cents and the thing goes to 1 and 30, for example? It's not easy, and maybe making small cells, closing, for example, 10% here, another 10, another 10, 10, I don't know, maybe 20. So for example, uh, 20 at 34, if this is the scenario, then maybe 2055, maybe 2089, because my strategy here is probably different from some of you, because I don't know your plan or your strategy. I don't know if you're looking for a long term. So for example, 2, 3, 4 years. This capital that I'm using here is only for trading, so I can't hold. Okay, so my personal approach here is whatever is given, I will take it. Okay, and then I'll have to wait again for another opportunity, but it is what it is. It's money to pay the bills, to buy stuff, and so I can't hold for a long period of time. So that's another thing that we all have to think about, right? So what is the strategy? What is what I want? What I'm looking for here? What I'm here to, because different strategies will return different approaches. So yeah. So folks, a target here is complex. So let's try a different approach. Let's so the numbers for extension for this guy here will be different from this guy here. Let's take a look. And by the way, I don't fully trust like 100% on the extension levels. I'm use it as kind of a guide because I made some mistakes in the past, because it's something that appears to be simple, but is far away from simple. So my personal opinion is that that is more than the eye can see here, and to learn. There's a lot of things here to learn. So, for example, no, not this guy. Let's start from the other one, way before. Right. So for this guy, we had a 200%, which is not a rule. 200. It's above. Now let's move to the other one, and then let's check the numbers. Okay, there is something else for us to take a look here. So we have a 341. and a possible C. So what is possible C? What is this? If you guys remember, I explained this a long time ago. Elliott setup, the impulse setup starts with 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So this is C. So 0, A, B, C, D, E. So what does it mean in other words? The wave C or impulse tree, whatever, they are the same thing. They will be always more profitable than the other ones. Then this one, and then this one. So this is kind of a standard. So maybe here in the numbers, we can have a better understanding. So for example, if this is 0, the lower section, 0, 1 and 2, 3, 4, possible 5 on the way. So perhaps the numbers will tell if we are correct about this. But yes, so let me leave this here so I don't get confused. Do I finish? Now let's go for the other one. And then I will zoom out and then we will take a look again. So following this understanding about Elliott setup and behavior, we should expect something below 3, 4, and 1. And now is where things became very interesting because we are having here insane numbers. I mean, insane for this period of time, this time frame of events. So for example, we can see we have a 300% above 1 and 40. But we are zoomed out, so it seems close or reachable, right? So this is where we have to lock our bias and the power of suggestion in the cage, you know. So 200 for the first one, 341. 1 and 61 is too close. Too close. So let's jump into the 200 level range. It's more plausible, and also we are ahead of 89. So this is the perpetual setup. 89. Right here. The next one, it's 1, but it's in between. It's very, very close. Coordinates. Okay, so when we think and we look at nature, you know, the numbers attracting each other. If I'm not wrong, you guys remember the fractal development about these numbers. So for example, when we look at the Fibonacci spiral, we remember the behavior in nature, for example, and then we can apply the numbers into almost everything. So here, maybe, and who knows, probably, I'm not sure yet, it's a call to the fractal change in the... So for example, before something can grow, it must match all the inside in between that leads to the 50% before the break. So it goes up, it develops around the 50, and then goes up. or even when it is going down. So we go down, we develop around the 50, then we go down again. And yeah, so perhaps, and so just like XRPs, right? So we saw, and we still can see a lot of behavior on XRP around these levels. So it's a call to the wild. It's like nature calling, contraction before the expansion. So let's take a quick look here. 2 seconds. Oh, I have. Oh, okay. I'm recording. So right here. So all the traction falling back. Now all the traction. So the previous one before the crash was close, was going for it, and then went it. So back in the day. So let's say, for example, 21 right here. So what if we could compare? What if we could compare XDC to XRP? So would it be fair? There would be validation, you know, because by the time we think about this, we already go nuts. What? 21 from $3? Moon, sir, please. So there are more questions than, for example, that I can answer now. And I don't feel comfortable. So if I'm not feeling comfortable, how can I develop a plan to close my position on XDC? So I don't know. But 89 and 1, it's probably a call of the wild even for the XDC. Just a second. Oh, the precious is going. Great. So back to XDC. So 341, this would be, so let's say we stop here, 89 and 1. Just for the sake of this example, we would be talking about let's leave it here, 261%, 261. Then we look above. For any number below 3, 4, and 1, which can be, let's say, 300%. 300. So this fundamental here, it's only when we talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott impulse setup, okay? Because we don't know, for example. Okay, so let's take a look on XRP to see. If I'm not wrong, they were visible back in the day, the setup. 0, 1, 2, 4, no, 0, 1, 2, and 3. I had the struggle here before, but I'm losing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 0, 1, 2. No. Oh dear Lord. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set the anchor. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5. But here, the wave C, R3, whatever, it's kind of the same size of the previous one. And so let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, half, 4 and 5. So 4.5, 5, 5. So we didn't had symmetrical or a difference among the tree, the wave tree. So yeah, XRP is not going to help here. But again, from 21 all the way to 3. So let's take a look on XDC for 3. Just for the sake of this example, right? It's not a crime to talk about wild scenarios. So yes, and so this would be 361, which is above 341. So it's kind of a big question. So because I look at 89 in 1, and looking at everything that we saw before, it's fair to say, okay, so it makes sense to happen 89 in 1. So for example, now or before the second week of September, it makes sense. But for example, I use the patterns approach. And so how can I make a plan without a pattern or kind of evidence? So it's complicated, folks. It's at this moment for me, all my own limitations, I need another structure. I need at least something else to have a better understanding or a better idea. So let's try this. Let's see if we can end up with something. So why I'm doing this? Because it is not going to change anything, from here, we are not looking for corrections, we are looking for targets. So second. So now the question is, what if this guy here, it's 0? Then we end up with 0, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5. So this approach makes way more sense in my own limitation in this scenario. So yeah, so looking at this, we are probably going to end up above 1. So let's bring the thing. 2. Yes. So let's see. Okay, so there is another thing here. This range has the same limitation as this range right here. Just a second. Why? Why this? Because this range stands for triple zeros. 0, 0, 0. This range stands for 0, 0. And the next range stands for a single 0 before uh, the next level in the board. So the Aldebaran and Orion video, it's all about this. Okay, so the zeros, the changes, the houses, the board, the rules, and also, by the way, that's how this setup plus the research on XRP came to born, to be developed, you know. So yeah, it kind of a makes perfect sense. So 89 for 1. That is 1. Oh, it's close. Right here. So let me see. Okay, now, so I believe at this moment it is fair to say that 89.55, you know, can be the honey spot. I mean, I was looking at 34, but I didn't work this out. So yeah, maybe. So the question is when. It's time, right? Because otherwise we just can draw the lines and so for example, people who are holding for a long period of time, they're not going to have any problem at all, right? You are comfortable, you don't have to care, to worry, so it's all good. But when it comes down to trade, for example, so let's say we go into 89 and then we go into 1 and 4. And let's say I don't sell. And then right after, it will be past my previous possible target, 55. Not to mention, it's almost 300%, folks. 300. So I prefer, and from my previous experiences, I rather close on green candles than wait for a red one. Because when things go down, they are wild. And a lot of profits can be taken away. Okay, so this is my personal approach, my own strategy, and yeah. So yeah, I believe it's possible. So let's take a look on time, right? Because that's important. So it's very close. Second week of September, right here. So now, the question now is, how many candles we are talking about till September 20? That's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, let me go again. Perhaps the 2 will help. 4, 5. 5 candles. So it's barely a month, 30 days. Just a second, folks. Okay. So, okay, let's go. So, people, always check if your mic is not open. Okay, let's go. So 5 candles, 1 month. How further XDC can go before second week, third week of September? How far? Because the same scenario, the same question can be made on XRP. Yes, sir. And oh, it's right here. So far, for example, this is September. Oh, right here. So, uh, you guys remember that scenario that we talked about for a stronger lower high? So this one was 2, barely 2, but it's far away from 3 and 30. Just a second, folks. Okay. So, which is 1 and 30 far away. So it's not a strong lower high, but it is possible. And people will be cheering and saying it's moon, you know, this is it, for XRP to be around the 244 because we still have room and time, right? So I'm saying this scenario is possible. I can see only 3 scenarios developing right now. And so let me show you on this one. No, let's try this one right here. What is being developed here? It's a broad channel, and we have room. We have. I'm not 100% sure. Right here, 2 and 48, 2 and 50. So, and then, but of course not here. Around September, right? Right here. 248, 250. And then maybe. So this scenario would be a 100 plus, not a correction. So let's talk. So you guys remember the Fed at some point will raise the interest rates. The price of things will go up, everything, stocks will probably go down. So this is what I am looking for further. Okay, so this approach is based on this, a possible first raise in interest rates at September, a possible, okay? And by the way, Tesla will probably tell us. You guys remember? It's close and will go up again. So, uh, it won't be a full setup like Bitcoin. Probably not. So just a second. Things are changing fast, and we have to change fast as well. So 1 and 1. Oh, not here, folks. Sorry. Not here. Right here. Right here. So 1 and 1. This was previous 2 and 2. I mean, not L2 here. Wasn't set. We were expecting a bit more downside based on Bitcoin. Didn't happen. So right now, if this scenario plays out, this will be high 2. High 1, high 2, low 1. And we are not going to have L2, right? So L1. This is not L2. And then maybe if this plays out, here we will be around the November, December, and a thing that we can't forget, XRP is overextended. In other words, is trading at the side for a longer period of time compared with almost all the other coins. So Bitcoin had its bull break, Ethereum had its bull break, but XRP not. So it's cooking, the pressure, it's boiling. And I strongly believe, I believe we are probably going to end up without a full setup. So 1 and 1, let's say 2 and 2, whatever it is, the landing spot, and then this is it. So again, the time frame that I'm looking for, September to March, for the magic to take place. And again, this scenario, we have a pattern here developing. It's becoming clear, and it would make sense. 250, and then bang. Second, let's go back. So back to XDC, and yeah. So if you guys remember, not long ago I said I was working on something called, or just a name, there is no name yet, time behavior, the time of things, the market timing. And I am literally practicing on XRP and XDC. So why? When XRP was around the 6.9, it was here, if I'm not wrong, a few weeks ago, 1 week ago, actually, 6.9. If I'm not wrong, it was here. I jumped in, and then I closed right here. But what I did, I jumped in on XDC. Let's take a look there. I have to log in. I don't remember, but if 9 and 6, or it was 9 and 3, it was 9 something. But so I was, after Bitcoin invalidated that bearish setup, I was kind of okay. So we are back to something similar, which what we had last year around September, because we had a bear break on September, and as we approached the October, but still on September, we had that bull break from two bearish patterns. So that was the when things went wild for me. And then this year is a bit different, because we are having a bull break from two bearish structures before September second week. So I'm looking to this thing, the time behavior. So for example, how longer measured in time, so days, weeks, we go up before we go down. Because not long ago, 2017, 18, yes, 18 and 19, even the beginning of 2020, so things were easier and crystal clear while trading Bitcoin. But then, since BitMEX stepped away from being the, let's say, market pivot, and Tether went wild, we saw the bull, bear, bull happening a lot. And then, as you guys know, I spend a lot of time in front of the computer, and I watch many charts, many markets day after day. And then I was looking to this thing, time, how long we keep going up, how long we keep going down. And I believe if I can find more about this, if we can add this Fang time behavior into the patterns, it can be groundbreaking. You know, we can have a much better, way better understanding about a let's say seasons in the market, right? So it can be just another thing that makes easier to take our decisions. And yeah, so folks, this is it for now. It's time to have my lunch. And yeah, so let's take a closer look, right? Because we always we kept talking about the macro thing. So let's take a closer look here. Just a second. This indecision inside the previous rejections, it's probably triangle behavior. Let's take a look. Yes, indeed. Why? Right here. So it's not the best one, but there is a lot of buyers pressure. So it's tight, it's wild, it's aggressive. There is more room to work, but I believe it's unlikely. Uh, so this was the first time I was spending a lot of time into XTC, you know, observing the behavior. And something that I noticed is this. Inside, in between. So I will delete this thing right here so you guys will have a better understanding. So every time we stay inside, there is not a lot of aggression like this. Right? So just a few candles, back and forth, few candles, back and forth, developing, and nothing special. But right after there is a big candle, then they jump in and just, it's like a break. You know, hey, hold on, not yet. That's what I feel. But there is more. Yes, there is always more right here. Um, let's go from here. So, oh yes, our my entry when I shared was in between right here. When talking about consolidation, etc. And so, not on the 61, just a little bit below the 50. Now take a look into the next one. This one will be tough. Let's go here. Another close. So this one was inside 6-1. And now the next one. This one is going to be even harder. From here to here, you right here. 50. And now we are getting tight and tighter and tighter. And I was, so after a long period of time using Fibonacci, placing the lines, watching, observing, you don't even need it anymore. Okay. So I was like, okay, so 100 move, close to 60. Right here. So another one, close to 6-1. So was a bit inside. And then we have this one. which is at the 50, right? So whatever is happening so far here, they are holding the 50 and close to 61. So they use kind of the break to delay, to stop for a while, then it goes again. Stop for a while, then it goes again. Stop for a while. So this time we didn't have a new high. Second, so right here. So this was the only one, the only time we didn't have a high, but it's tightening. Not in the best way, but it is. I don't like to acknowledge structures like this, but that's exactly how it is developing. So yeah, it's looking great so far. I was looking at a possible, let me see, 15, 16. So today, what day is today? It's Sunday. I'm always lost. Oh my God. I can't believe it. I was thought today was Sunday. Damn. Yeah. People sometimes ask, "Hey, why you are always so lost? You don't remember the day, the week, what is Monday, Friday?" After a long time working at home, there is no weekend, there is no holidays, there is no vacation, there is no morning, there is no night. It's like the biological clock changes. But okay, so I was looking at late 15 around, so in between 15 and 16, so Sunday and Monday, maybe the magical hour, 5 in the morning, maybe it can be 1, whatever, for the bull break. So let's take a look here, zoom out a little bit. 15, 15, 15. 9, 15, and 5, 16. So perhaps this is going to be the magical hour. Maybe, who knows? Let's take a closer look. So how many candles? That's 9 candles for a in between. Okay, so let me take a look at this right here. 9 in between, right at the 50. That's a bear measure. Let's go into the bigger one. So that's a 61, a golden for a 50 in between another 61. So this is going to be interesting because we can't forget when we talk about numbers, Fibonacci math and etc. We could expect, so if it wasn't the behavior, the seller, the buyer's pressure, we could consider, I'm not saying it is going to play out or could go a play out, but it is something to consider, which is 1, 2, 3. So this could lead to a 50% drop before going. So if these scenarios happens, we know what is going on. If not, which is better, right? Just fantastic. That's probably so. Let's say if I could call this out, if I could, I would say we have 80% chances here to stay inside and 20% chances for a 50 here and 80 for inside activity before late Sunday, Monday. Okay, so as you guys know, we always try to look at the bull and the bear possible scenarios. This way we don't end up with surprises. And yeah. So do you guys have any questions before I go? Hmm? Yes, yes, physical. Because if I'm not wrong, there is only futures on Bitfinex for XDC, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, trading spot here. Mm-hmm. Ah, you're welcome. Jay, how are you doing? Ah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Wait, yeah. You 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 have to go back into the group. Yeah, yeah. The all that things that we know it's kind of crazy, just leave it be, just scroll down, let the thing go, because yeah, it's a lot of stuff. If you start to consume all that content, you start to think about everything, you will go nuts. Yeah, so that's the best thing, check the group, engage people, go to the gym, work the chart, whatever you're doing, and just let the thing go. Because yeah, I had some bad times with that as well. So that's when uh, I go stealth for a while. We need some time to refresh and stay cool, calm down, because we're not machines. We have our limitations. Yeah, just sure. No, no, you're still in the group. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, by the time you join Telegram again, you will automatically be in the group. Yeah, so oh, you're welcome. And what about your brother? Oh, oh, that's great. Oh, that's great with a newborn. Oh, that's amazing. What about your dad? Oh, I see. Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah. Everything here is fine. It's fantastic. I can't complain at all. I just have to go back to the gym. Yeah, yeah. It's for us with all this stress, all this XRP struggle, we really needed to stress out. The, yeah, the gene's the best place, or otherwise just shooting at some, a place you go that you can shoot is also great. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, a big tape. But great. So, yeah, let's keep doing our stuff. There's so much things to do. We are just at the beginning. It's kind of funny because we are solving problems for a very beginning. We are just on the first steps. Imagine by the time XRP is at a new all-time highs, then we are going to have a different problems. I mean, things to look at, things to consider, things to watch, a different type of analysis. It is going to be great. We still have so much to do. Yeah, yeah, it's just the beginning. Mm-hmm. Sure, sure. Okay, see you. Bye bye. August. Huh? Oh, okay, Johnny. See you. Thanks again. You too. So, August, how are you doing? Cab Moya. My old friends. I see old friends. Uh, hello, Captain. Yeah, I have to I have to use the webcam, soon. Oh, it's big, Yeah. Yeah, it's big, big time. Yeah, I am so I figure out that the pain in my back it's due to my chair. I don't know why. I always use the same chair. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I have to definitely this chair here came with some two fans. That one is used for the lower back and the other for the upper back. So I will have to try this thing out to see if yeah. Yeah, probably. So these days, I was trying to stay off a little bit the computer. So I was at the mechanic shop and then walking a little bit because it's not healthy at all. Sometimes I spend more time than I should at the computer. And yeah, so not good stuff. Mm, mm. It's this. I'm not expecting let's say a straight number. So I'm looking more at what could possibly happen this year because I started in 2017 and if you guys look August and September we had FUD from China close to a 50% drop on the crypto market and 2018 was just before the big one, the big crash. 19 was a big crash. I was trading, saw it coming. So we had a pump before the harvest, which was exactly a few days before the Beckett launch. The futures, institutional investors and people calling for moon, this is it. And then again, we had uh, institutional people jumping in at the harvest. So then 2020, we had a big move as well. So, but the question is, how much? Because it is not going to change the trend. So we know by a matter of fact, we are not talking about 100, 780, or maybe 61%. So maybe 50, maybe 25, maybe 30, 35. So they are close numbers to look at. So make things easier for us. Oh, people will be calling for moon, you know? Yeah. And that would be great because the landing spot. So let's just close our eyes and imagine 2 and 50 or 40, 2 and 40, all the way to the golden mini, which is one above 89. And this time we didn't have a confluence at 89. It was 91, if I'm not wrong. Let me take a look here. 91. So who knows? Maybe. And then imagine people calling for moon at 2 and 40. This is it, you know, ho ho ho. Yes, and that is going to be the last blow, by a matter of fact. Yes, and then people will be sad again, you know, oh, XRP is going to 10 cents, XRP is going to 20 cents, and all this bullshit over and over again. So even when we look at Elliott, we can kind of see this kind. So it's not clear, especially if we go to 250. And it is going to be interesting because all this shake up with people, you know, up, down, moon, doom. Sir, my prophets. What? Oh, let me see here. Oh, that's the one that I forgot to take a look. So let's see. Mhm. That's for 3 and 2. Oh, guess what? That's 244, the 50, which is going to be, by a matter of fact, a strong lower high compared with 3 and 30. But even 2 and 56, because, for example, we know we still don't have a resolution about the trial. And I don't think we are going to have it. So if we're talking about this year, it's probably not going to happen by September. So let's see this. One, two. But here we are inside the bigger ranges. Okay, so there is also something that we have to always consider, which is this. From 55 to 89, it's a full range. So this is only on the log scale. Okay, so if we take out the log scale, the things will be equal. But when we look at price behavior, we know there is something here and they are not equal. Just like other ranges, the way we can see it. So right here, 1 or 2 is different from 2 to 3. And maybe this can be what this thing we are talking about right now. You see? Because again, this is only possible to observe on from 1 to 2. That's the only time. And that's right after the border rule changes, which means the metamorphosis from 89 to 1. You know, triple digits for 0, double digits for 0 before 1. So that's the only time we can see this. So this is also going to be a school. So if we are right about 244, but we will need time, and time will tell. And if we are right about this, this is going to be kind of a standard for all the other penny assets. You know, so this is going to be great. Let's see. Okay, folks, so um, I think this is it. Yeah, because so it's interesting because I remember back in the day when I was finding all these things about the dates, the months. Uh, After some point, let's say my clock changed. Let's say the way I look at time in the markets, because for me today, it's all about the summer, the spring, the autumn, and the winter. That's that's how I look at things right now, and I really hope I can find something else about that thing, the time behavior. You know, how longer up, how longer down, because it is going to be great if there is something there. If I can, you know, find something. I don't know. Sometimes when I can keep going, when the I can see anything, you know, it's just like you are stuck in between the process, you know. That's why I have to go outside, just walk, leave the charts for a while. Don't become concerned. Sometimes we need a break. But yes, exactly, yes, and it's very healthy, you know, because all these things, the research, the observation, this thing right here, which is so all those things create anxiety, all of them over. Oh, and by the way, I end up liquidated here on DEX right here. So now I will have to move the lines, keep moving the lines to see how this is going to happen. So that's a lot of things, and I eventually end up overcharting every day. So now I am doing this. Uh, some days I will look into everything, and other days I will look only into crypto. And doing this, I'm already feeling better, you know. So yeah, let's see what I can improve here. But yeah. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. You're very welcome. So folks, I'm going for now, and if you guys have any questions or just send me a message, and I'll see if I can answer later today. But soon I will go for a walk to refresh my mind, and yeah. So thanks again. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your support as well. Let's keep doing our thing, and yeah. So I will see you guys soon, and thanks. You're welcome, my friend. See, thanks. You too. Thank you, and I will see you guys soon. See ya.